Welcome back. It's the Flow Friday Sports Show on Flow FM, and it's time to recap Grand Final Day in the KNT Netball Association. Sally Bywater was very busy on the day, being part of the hosting Bordertown Club, and she's on the line with me right now for a big recap. How are you, Sally?
I'm very well, thank you, and great to be back for the last time this season.
Last time this season. We've got to it very quickly. Who would have thought? And how are you recovering? No doubt it was a big day for you, probably on your feet for about 12 hours or longer.
Yeah, it was a big day, which is great to see. A great crowd there throughout the day and great games of netball, so everything you wanted. Could have been a smidge bit warmer, but that's okay. It's a winter sport. It
is a winter sport indeed, but we are into spring, so you usually want good weather for Grand Final Day. But it's great to hear that everything went well for Bordertown and for the netball club there as the host. But let's get into the results, and no surprise in the A grade. Mundulla complete the perfect season, and they do it in comfortable fashion over Keith, 40-25. Not a humongous margin, but Mundulla won every quarter. They got 10 players onto the court, so they rotated their bench through, and I think it was more than comfortable enough for them.
Yeah, it was a great game here and a great season by Mundulla to go through the season undefeated, which is fantastic to see in this day and age. But yeah, they really got up to a great start, and they were 22-14 up at half-time, so that really cemented their game. And another great third quarter, but a very close last quarter, which was great to see. Emily Bird just taking out the best on court in that grade, and that also made her as the premiership coach. She was the coach of the year as well, and topping up a great season. She got third in the association best in count as well. So a great effort there by Emily Burgess from Mundulla for the season. And it was also great to see Casey Bernhardt from Mundulla, who was the runner-up best and fairest in this grade, and Sophie Macon from Keith was the best and fairest. So we had some great display of netballers on the court for that one, which was a really good game of netball, and all spectators had a great game.
Some of the stars of the comp on display on Grand Final Day. That's great. And well done to Emily Burgess, not just being best on court for the Grand Final, but just capping off an unbelievable individual season, and getting the ultimate team success on the last day of the season is pretty sensational as well. And Mundulla's defence must have been pretty smothering. Keith didn't get to double digits in any of the four quarters. Mundulla hit double digits in each of the first three, and then they scored 8 in the fourth quarter, and I'm assuming they moved a few players around into different positions, got some of their bench players on for that last quarter, and they were probably already mentally celebrating the win at three-quarter time.
Yeah, they were. They obviously did rotate through in that last quarter, which was great for them to be able to get that on the bench, and Emily being the person that she was benched herself in the last 2 minutes. So, great to see those young ones get on the court. But I think it was the second quarter in this game. It took Keith 7 minutes to score a goal before, and that was 7 answered goals to Mundulla. So it's really set them up, and that was just the defence was way too strong and really good all over the court.
And Eliza Grenvold, the goal shooter, outscoring Keith on her own. She shot 29 goals. Tell us a bit about her game.
Yeah, great game here by Eliza. At half-time, she still hadn't missed the goal, so that was a fantastic effort. And she was just so strong in there, and Keith has had to make some changes against her. I think she had 3 different opponents for the game, so just showed how strong and physical she was in that focal point at goal shooter for Mundulla.
All right, well done to Mundulla, capping off an incredible season here in the A grade of the KNT Netball Association. There was not a whole lot of doubt that they were going to win this one, but we've seen in a lot of the footy and the netball leagues that we cover, there were a lot of teams across all the grades and age groups that may have had a perfect season and then just lost on the last day of the season. So sometimes the nerves creep in and the pressure piles on, but it wasn't the case for the Tigers here. So well done to the Mundulla A-grade team. Sally, let's have a look through some of the other games that were played on the day. It was Narracourt winning the A reserves. We've spoken about how improved their A-grade was, and clearly this is a vastly improving netball club, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with for the future. They beat Penola here 46-40, outscoring them by 6 goals, which was the final margin in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a fantastic game here. Obviously, a bit up and down, so we had a great start, 4 up at quarter time, 5 up at half time before Penola really fought back, and they got back to level terms at the end of the third quarter. But a fantastic run here by Narracourt in the last quarter, which really stopped their authority and got the win and turned the tables from 2 weeks ago when they met in the second semi-final where Penola got the win. So, yeah, probably this was a game to really watch and be out there for, and Great game all over from Narracourt. It was great to see Sally Logan at goalkeeper winning the best on court in this grade. So, yeah, great team effort, which is a bit of youth and a bit of experience in that side.
Well done to Narracourt winning the A Reserves. That is a sensational achievement for the netball club. And as I said, they've got a bright future ahead of them, a young team from what you've told me, Sally. So both in the A grade and the A Reserve, they're going to be a strong team over the next few years. And they were in the B grade grand final as well, Narracourt, but they just got pipped by Keith. And once again, same situation as it was in the A Reserve. Keith outscored Narracourt by 6 goals in the fourth quarter, and that was the final margin of the game, 45-39. So just as Narracourt did in the A Reserves in the B grade, Keith were just too good in the decisive fourth quarter.
Yeah, they were, and it actually came into overtime, which included that. So, yeah, it was all even Stevens at the end of the fourth quarter, so they had to play 7 minutes each end, which is just like another quarter, really. So, yeah, the poor girls out there having to do that. But, again, Keith just had a great game, and they were a bit short-staffed at the start of the game because they had one out for sick and one was running late for work, and then they had an injury, but they really pulled together at the right time and to get that win and overcame them in the end against Narracourt. But it's great to see Narracourt in 2 grand finals here as well. So, and again, Keith is another strong club. So a fantastic game. It was great to see Paige Jones from Keith in the wing area getting best on court.
All right, great stuff to Keith in the B grade. And in the C grade, it was Penola in their last day in the association. They did claim a premiership. They beat Keith in the C grade 42-29. Pretty comfortable win for Penola in this one.
Yeah, it was in the end. And they had a great game a few weeks ago in the second semi where Keith pipped them by 1 goal in the last 20 seconds. So they were really out to redeem themselves and really wanted to get it. And they had association best and fairest Amy Lepley and third in the association count Alex Lambert in the court for them in Penola. So a great game here, great game all over the court. And Amanda Worth from Penola getting best on court. So a lot of experience in this side. And, yeah, we'll be a club we will miss next season.
And 11 players seeing the court for each team there, which is great, getting everyone a go. And obviously it wasn't a super close game in the end, so you might as well get everyone on. But this one in the Division 1 in the juniors, this one was a very close game, 47-41 in favour of Border Districts. The first quarter, each team scored 11. Second quarter, 11-10, giving Border Districts a 1-goal advantage, and then 12 apiece in the third quarter. And then Border Districts just got ahead of Keith in that fourth quarter to win it by 6 goals.
Yeah, fantastic game here. And this is when we speak about a team, Border District did go on through this season undefeated, so they obviously got the nerves in the grand final and really want to finish their season well, and they did in the end. But a great game here by Keith, who have come from a bit lower in the ladder, which is great to see. And they were just, pressure all over the court was fantastic, which we love to see from our Division 1 competition. And, yeah, in the end it was Border District who got the win away in that last quarter to go up by 5 and have their nice 6-goal win.
And in the Div 2s, it was a bit of an upset. Penola only lost 1 game for the season, but Narracourt were just too good on grand final day, winning it 39-36.
Yep, another great game here between these two sides. And obviously we're speaking about Penola and Narracourt a fair bit, but yeah, a great game here by Narracourt to get that win. They lost the last quarter by 1, but that was enough for them to still win by 3, which they really got up in that second quarter by 3 goals. And Talia Maresh from Narracourt getting best on court.
And our last grand final to look at for the day, bookending the day with the A-grade premiership, Mundulla over Keith once again. And the under-13s here, they scored 40 goals just as the A-grade Mundulla team did. They beat Keith 40-28.
A fantastic start here by Mundulla in this grade, and they'd gone through the season 1 win apiece against each other, so we really thought this would be a fantastic game. Mundulla got a big jump in the first quarter to be 8 goals up at quarter time, and then Keith just had to try and make some changes. They did a bit of swapping and a bit of everything to really counteract it, but Mundulla too strong on all over the court, and again they got everyone on the court and all their bench players as well, which was great to see.
All right, what a grand final day it was in the KNT Netball Association. And Sally, that is a wrap on the netball season for you. Thank you very much for coming on and being our correspondent once again this year. It's great chatting to you every week and getting your insights from around the association. And I guess for you now, it's straight on to the summer sporting season.
It is. It's amazing how we just go from one to the other. So, yeah, fantastic. The netball season's done and dusted, but it has been a fantastic 2024. And again, we will miss Penola in our league next season, so going down that one club. But let's hope we wish them all the best for the future and into the summer sport.
All right, great grand final day in the KNT Netball Association. Well done to everyone who won premierships on the day, and well done also to all the best on-court medalists and to Bordertown for hosting a fantastic day. Sally, thank you again for being our correspondent throughout this year. We'll be in touch with you throughout the summer to stay in touch with the sporting landscape over the summer period in the southeast.
Sounds great. Thank you for having me.